Everyone, today we are going to discuss linear momentum. In this linear momentum, the different cases how we have to find the change in momentum we are going to discuss. Now generally the linear momentum means it is represented by P equals to mass into its velocity. Generally we can write it P is equals to mass into velocity. This is a linear momentum. In this linear momentum, in different cases, how we can find out the linear momentum? Here, if you want to find the change in linear moment, change in momentum or change in linear momentum, we can write it. That is delta P is a change in momentum. The change in momentum we can write it the final momentum minus initial momentum. Then we can write it v minus u. Here v is a final velocity, u is a initial velocity. Then we can write it change in momentum is m into v minus u. Here in this case, in this change in momentum, this process we can discuss in two cases. First we can discuss the concept. The first concept, for example ball or otherwise any object striking the surface with perpendicular to the surface. That time here now I am writing the ball strikes perpendicular to wall, or we can write it surface. Okay, this is the first concept. Now we can take, this is a wall. Here the ball strikes perpendicular to wall or surface. It is a condition. Now I am taking, this is a ball. The ball of mass m is moves with velocity u and it strikes the surface, perpendicularly strikes, and it rebounds from the surface with same velocity v. In this condition, change in momentum we have to find out. Here this condition we can write it the momentum from initial, and after striking the ball is coming back. Now this condition we can take, this is a initial momentum and after striking we will get the final momentum. Therefore here if you take, the change in momentum is equals to final momentum minus initial momentum. This is a formula already we have discussed. In this, what is the final momentum, what is the initial momentum, we have to find out. Now here the initial momentum, this is our initial momentum, the mass into velocity. The mass into velocity you can write it here, mass into velocity. Now after the final momentum with respect to this momentum, this after striking the ball is opposite to the initial momentum. That's why with respect to initial momentum, the final momentum is a negative. That's opposite to the initial momentum. That's why we can write it minus m into v. Now we can substitute the value delta P is equals to, we can substitute minus mv minus mv. Now the delta P is equals to minus 2 times of mass into velocity. This is a formula to find the object whenever it is perpendicular to the surface or perpendicular to the wall. This condition we can take another example also, we can show it. That is, for example, this is a surface. In this surface the ball of mass is m, moves with velocity v, and it is striking, and after striking it rebounds. Is a ball, momentum and velocity. Like that also we can show it. Here if you want to find the linear momentum, in the concept is the ball strikes perpendicular to surface, wall or surface, either like that or like that. If you take like that, we have to find the momentum by using this change in momentum. Directly we can write -2 into mass into its velocity. Now based on this one, we will solve the one example. Here this is a one wall. In this wall one car coming, this car of mass, the mass is 1500 kg, is moved forward direction with 5 meter per second. After striking, then it comes like that, and after striking the object is five meter per second. Now in this condition we have to find the change in momentum. If you want to find the change in momentum, mass is given 15 kg and velocity is a 5 meter per second. Here what is the condition? The change in momentum, the -2 m into v. M value is given 1500 kg and v value is given 5 meter per second. The directly substituting the value, then we can find out P is equals to -2 times of mass into velocity. If you substitute the value, 2 into 15 into 5. Now we can write it 15,000 kg meter per second. This is a change in momentum. Like that only we can follow, no need to do all the things, directly we can substitute the value in given in concept, we will get the answer. Like that only we will get the another example. Here one object is there, this object of mass 2 grams. Now it is striking to the surface. From the height we can take it, this is 5 meter. After striking it rebounds how much? 1.25 meter. Now we have to find out what is a change in momentum. If you want to find the change in momentum in this condition, we should know what is the velocity from initial velocity and final velocity. In this condition we can find out, first condition, if I take initial velocity v is equals to, it is from the height, that's why we can write it under root 2gh. It is a final velocity, means why? Because it is a freely falling body, initial velocity is a 0. The v square minus u square equals to 2as, we can write it by substituting that values, and final velocity, freely falling body of the velocity v is equals to under root 2gh. Now if you substitute the values, 2 into 10 into 5, here 100, then we can write it 10 meter per second. It is a initial velocity, we got it. Now after we can find out the final velocity. This final velocity is after striking, means rebounds. Here again same formula we can write it 2gh. Now we can write it, we can substitute the value 2 into 10 into 1.25. Here 1.25 12. Here we can write it 10 means 12, 12.5 into 5, it is again 25, we will get it. Then answer is 5 meter per second. The final velocity also we got it. Now we can find out the change in momentum. After striking, what is the change in momentum? Therefore, here whenever the velocities are same directly, that's why we can write it minus 2 m into v. But here we have to use the formula. Therefore, change in momentum is equals to mass is a common. Then we can write it final velocity minus here minus of final velocity minus initial velocity. Now we can write it minus m is a 2 grams, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Again final velocity we got it 10 and initial velocity we got it 5. Now here the 5, then we can write it minus 10 into 10 to the power of minus 2 kg meter per second. This is a change in momentum of the ball. Okay, like that we can find out the formulas by using this concept. Second concept, the ball strikes the wall with an angle theta. The first thing we have discussed, the ball strike the wall perpendicular to the surface. Here with an angle theta, that time how it will be, this is a wall. Here strikes here, this is a perpendicular line. Then after perpendicular line it rebounds. Now here I am taking the ball of mass m is moves with velocity v. After striking, again the ball of mass is m, it moves with velocity v. Okay, now here ball strikes with the wall with an angle theta. Here we have to consider theta. Here the theta means it is a reflection. The angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. That's why again we can write it, this is also theta. But here already we have discussed, whenever the object is strikes with an angle theta, the velocity of the object is resolving into two components. Then this velocity resolving into two components along the x component and y component. Now we can write it here. I am writing, this is a Vx and this one is Vy, and this is a resultant and makes an angle theta. And this thing we can write it, it is a after reflection theta and a final velocity. That's why I am writing v dash x and a v dash y. Here in this condition we can write it Vx is equals to v cos theta and Vy is equals to v sin theta, and v dash x is equals to minus v cos theta and v dash y is equals to minus v sin theta. Why? Because with respect to this one, this is a opposite to the initial value, means negative vector we have to consider. Then according to this one we can write it initial momentum initial momentum in x-axis. Here we can write it px. Okay, now the px equals to what? We can write it mass into velocity in x direction. Now we can write it mv cos theta, and here initial momentum in x direction, then after what we can write a final momentum in x axis or x direction. Now here we can write it p dash x is equals to what? We can write it, the mass is m and velocity is a minus v cos theta. We can write it minus v cos theta. Therefore, change in momentum in x-axis. Change in momentum in x-axis, we can write it delta px is equals to final momentum minus initial momentum along the x-axis. Now the final momentum we can write is minus mv cos theta minus of mv cos theta. Now the delta x, change in momentum along the x-axis, we can write in minus 2 mv cos theta. This is a change in momentum along the x direction. If you want to find the, whenever the object is strikes with an angle theta along the x-axis, that time we can use minus 2 mv cos theta. We can, when the theta should be inside the wall, okay, the theta should be here only, then only we can use this formula. Now if the theta is here, that time what we have to take it, here whatever the theta, this is a 90, the 90 minus theta, then you will get the theta value here. Means one thing you have to remember, the theta should be outside, not to the wall. Okay, always it should be perpendicular line and path of the velocity. That's why we can write it reflection, angle of incident and angle of reflection. The angle should be here, this thing we can write it, angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. This should be angle outside. This is a thing we got it. Then again we can find it initial momentum in y-axis. Here initial momentum in y-axis, py is equals to mass into velocity, and mass into velocity, what is that? Mass and velocity is a v sin theta. Therefore final momentum in y-axis, p dash y is equals to minus m into v1. Here this thing, if you take here also we have to take minus. Why? Because this is the origin. From the origin negative we have to downward, that value we have to take it the negative. And here also what will happen, this is the origin we have to consider. From the origin the value is downward, the downward means negative value we have to consider. Then we can write it here minus mv sin theta, and here also we can write it minus mv sin theta. Now along the y-axis initial momentum, along the y-axis final momentum, we got it. Therefore change in momentum in y-axis delta p dash y, delta py is equals to what we can write it, final momentum p dash y minus p y. The p dash y value is given, we got it minus mv sin theta, minus, and initial value is given, we got it minus v sin theta, minus into minus plus mv sin, minus mv plus mv should be cancelled, then change in momentum along the y-axis is a 0. Whenever in this condition they will ask the two type. Why? Because it is oblique, that's why along the x-axis change in momentum we have to find out, along the y-axis also change in momentum we have to find it. But here along the x-axis only we will get the change in momentum, that is 2mv cos theta. If you take in along the y-axis change in momentum is a 0. In competitive examination they will ask to get the confusion, the change in momentum along the y-axis. That time we have to remember along the x-axis only change in momentum is there, but along the y-axis there is no change in momentum. And one more thing we have to remember, this is the angle of incident and angle of reflection. If the angle of incident, angle of reflection, that's why the theta should be here. No need to take the theta here. Whenever we are taking the theta here, the theta we can say angle of glancing. But angle of glancing we don't want to take it. Angle of reflection we have to consider. Based on this we can find out the one sum this is a 2 gram and moves with 10 meter per second, and having the reflection angle of incident is 30 degree. Angle of incident 30 means automatically what will happen, angle of reflection also 30 degree. There is no change in velocity and mass. Then we have to find out the change in momentum along the x-axis as well as change in momentum along the y-axis. Here no need to do the all things, directly we have to substitute this, because this is similar to this concept. In this time we no need to find the what is the initial momentum and final momentum. Here the object of mass we know that, and velocity we know that, theta value also we know that. Then we have to find out the change in momentum along the x-axis as well as change in momentum along the y-axis. Now here if you want to find the change in momentum along the x-axis, what we have to find out, minus 2 times of mass into velocity in cos theta. But theta value is given 60, mass value is 2 grams and velocity is a 10 meter per second. Now if I substitute the value, delta px is equals to minus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 10 into cos 60. Cos 60 value is 1 by 2. 2 will be cancelled. Then here along the x-axis, change in momentum along the x-axis, we can write it minus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 kg meter per second. This is a change in momentum along the x-axis. Now the change in momentum along the y-axis, what is that? It is a 0. Okay, like that only we have to